This should also be recorded, and you have to click on recording, please. Wonderful. So now that we are moving on to our national final, we are super excited to announce the 9 winners that we actually have. I mean, everyone is a winner, as we just mentioned in our competition, but we have the 9 finalists that are actually going to be proceeding to the next round. And we should say that the first proceeding startup will be Offer Mandu. The second one would be Pat to Go. The third one being Nirman. The fourth being Leaf Plus Private Limited. Congratulations, guys. Then we will then have Plasmad Enterprise, followed by GV Health, followed by Cherry Nepal Work Hub, and last but not least, who will be the last but not least, the Green Road. Congratulations, guys. You are the 9 startups who are actually proceeding and going to be pitching for the second time during our joint Nepal and Bhutan finals right now. And as we'd mentioned, you'll have 2 minutes to present your pitch, and then 3 minutes for the Q&A session from a joint set of jury members right now. To all of you who were participating in the semifinals, but unfortunately didn't make it through, we would really first want to tell you that you are definitely a winner of your own kind, as we just mentioned. And we would like to thank you so much for your time. And we'd love you to stay till the end of the event to see what our jury members think, and to listen to some more advice and to some more tips from our esteemed jury members, and also to see who will actually win, and to support your fellow startups. So we'd love you to stay with us till the end of the event. But with that, over to you, Sulochana, over to the NYEF team, and let's proceed with the joint Nepal and Bhutan national finals today, finally the culmination of the competition.
Okay, thank you so much, Ekaterina. Thank you very much. So good evening, everyone, and welcome to the second round of Entrepreneurship World Cup Nepal and Bhutan joint national finals. We are very excited to announce that we just had a set of semi-final pitches where 17 semi-finalists from the 2 entrepreneurial ecosystems competed to proceed to the next round, the national finals. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. So I'd like to give brief background about the Entrepreneurship World Cup. So the Entrepreneurship World Cup is the world's largest and the most diverse pitch competition and support program for the next generation of entrepreneurs, bringing together to all the startups, stages around the world. Since launching in 2019, EWC has supported more than 300,000 participants from 200 countries and awarded $2 million in cash prizes. And $1 million US in cash prizes will be up for grabs at the EWC Global Finals in November. So top 100 global finalists will have access to $75 million US of in-kind services and support, including from service providers like AWS, Segment, Brex, HubSpot, and many more. EWC is more than just a pitch competition with the chance at life-changing prizes. Every entrepreneur who enters has immediate access to free training materials from experienced mentors, and of course, $25,000 worth of perks from dozens of partners like Zoom, Amazon Web Services, and Shopify. As you all know, the global finals will take place in November 2021. Next slide, please. So the Entrepreneurship World Cup is an initiative of the Mixed Global Forum, the Global Education and Leadership Foundation, and Global Entrepreneurship Network. And now I'd like to invite a representative from the Global Education Leadership Foundation for a quick address. Over to you, Katerina.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Salochana, and thank you so much to Team NYEF to make all of this happen. And good evening once again to our esteemed jury members, to our participants, to our contestants, and to our audiences throughout the world. And from from one of the global hosts, we would like to welcome you at the event today at our joint national finals in Nepal and Bhutan. You know, at the Global Education and Leadership Foundation, we have always been very keen on supporting innovation and entrepreneurial initiative and all of its kinds. And it's been one of our priority fields in all of our work. And the EWC competition has been proving its effectiveness throughout the 3 years of its existence since 2019. And it's, it's really a platform that is providing entrepreneurs with a lot of not only financial resources and financial prizes, but also a huge bunch of different opportunities at a global scale and at a global level, be it mentorship support, be it networking, be it a wide spectrum of, different perks and different discounts and other prizes that are actually great for startups, and are great for startups to be getting at the earliest stages, even upon registrations. And we really hope that all of you guys have seen that work in progress, actually. Thank you so much to the experts today for joining. Thank you for your time, for your mentorship, and for your time as jury members. And definitely thank you so much to Team NYEF for your great support and for being the national organizer in this endeavor. And we're super excited for Nepal and Bhutan launching their events, which are actually the first events in these countries in the all 3 years of our work within EWC. So all the best to our 9 contestants, and best of luck. And now I would love to give the word to one of the representatives of NYEF, as our esteemed national organizer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ekaterina. So I am Pavitra Bahadur Gautam, currently member of Nepalese Young Entrepreneurs Forum, National Governing Council. So yes, I am really, really happy and grateful today to all the participants, the applicants who are continuing to hope, even in this global pandemic, who are keeping their efforts and imaginations alive through their ventures, through their ideas, through their enterprises. I think it could not be more better time to keep that hope alive and keep it moving. And again, really, really thankful to the global organizers, Miss Global Entrepreneurship Network and TGELF for entrusting NYEF to organize this event. So also saying that I want to apologize on behalf of the national organizers if any of you had to undergo any inconveniences, because all of this event has just been planned through Zoom. So Ekaterina and we have just done everything online. There's a lot of technical challenges we have to go through. But again, all these kept aside, what we're celebrating today is we're celebrating hope, we're celebrating togetherness, and we're celebrating the revival of economy that has been severely affected by pandemic. And we hope that this kind of event will encourage all the participants, not only winners. And as Ekaterina said, there are a lot of perks and other benefits of being part of this network, knowing each other in the same country, knowing each other in the region, and also being participating in different workshops, seminars through the event. Again, really, really thankful from NYEF side, who have to the global organizers who have entrusted us to organize this event, and also apologizing for any challenges, difficulties, because honestly, we have done it for the first time and we're not afraid to make mistakes. We hope that we'll not make this mistake for the next year. We'll actually make it better. And I think that's what entrepreneurs do. We're not afraid to make mistakes. We're just afraid. We'll be afraid not to improve. So we'll definitely improve. Just saying that, wrapping up my few words, really thankful to global organizers, participants, and again, really, really thankful to our jury members who have put aside their time for this event today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Katerina. Thank you, Pavitaji. Now I'd like to proceed to introducing the jury members for today's event. We have altogether 7 experts with us today. So first of all, we have Nicholas Pandey, Executive Director of Kalika Construction. We have Rupesh Krishna Shrestha, co-founder of Idea Studio Nepal. Kiran Timil Sinha, and a co-founder of Urban Girl and UZ Cakes. We have Udip Shrestha, Executive Director of Panchakanya Group. Similarly, we have Pravina Gimide, Associate on NYEF. She is VE in Electronics and Communication and MBA in Finance. She has 6 years of experience at telecom sector. Currently, she is working at a manufacturing company called Metals Cast Private Limited as an executive director. She is also associated with NYEF as a member, Lions Club of Butwal Mani Ujesh as a president, Paila Nepal Foundation as a treasurer, and Butwal Toastmaster Club as a VP membership. We have Saileja Shrestha, Director of Nava Nepal Plastic Private Limited and Srijana Plastic Vidyut. And we have Mrs. Juna Mathema, co-founder of Managing Director, Bleach Media Private Limited. Thank you. So now, before we proceed to our pitches, I'd like to quickly remind everyone about our rules today. So we have altogether 1.5 minutes for the pitch, notification in CC subtitles twice, 30 seconds before the end and when time is up. And we have 1.5 minutes for the Q&A, not in CC subtitles thrice. 1 minute before and 30 seconds before and when time is up. So we have altogether 3 minutes for the second round. So let's proceed further. Now,
yeah. Just one point before we start with our first pitch. Just one more point about the closed captioning. So as we mentioned, our entrepreneurs will have 2 minutes for their pitch right now, and all the notifications will show up on the bottom side of your screen in form of a subtitle. So please make sure that you keep track of those. You will get, as you are seeing now, like this exactly. I hope everyone saw this message. You will be getting 2 notifications during your pitch, during your 2-minute pitch, and during your 3-minute Q&A, you will have 3 notifications telling you about the time and about the time status. So off we go with the first startup, which will be Offer Mandu. Team of Amandu, please share your screen if you can. While Team of Amandu is proceeding to screen sharing, we would also remind our esteemed jury members to proceed to the judging sheets and start evaluating the startup as per the judging criteria. Thank you.
Shall I start now?
Yes, most definitely. Go ahead.
Okay. The main motto or the main target of our startup is that ads should not be boring, and ads should give high return on investment for investors and the companies. So for example, let's say you have a company and you want to promote your products, and most of us do the same, like this soap is great, it kills 99% germs, and that's it. But it doesn't reward for those who view the ads. So we want to make an ecosystem that rewards both the advertiser and the viewer. So how we do it? So here in Offermandu, we promote ads as memes and laughs and emotion for people. For example, if you have a school and you want to promote your school, and you are planning to spend $3,000 to promote your school and your new admission process, but we say that you don't have to invest that $3,000 in ads. Instead, give scholarship for 3 students, and we will promote it, and we will promote your schools via our Facebook page and our social media networks. So like this, we make memes, we make creative contents and promote that school and scholarship through our social network, and most people engage with that because they feel rewarding of that scholarship, and they engage with that scholarship, and we will provide 2 to 3 scholarship for those who engage. Like this, we reward for every viewers, and in this context, the school get promotion for almost a minimal service charge, and the viewers get scholarship and we get the service charge. So by this way, it's a win-win concept, and we are just trying to redefine the ad ecosystem, and we're just trying to say that ads should not be boring, and we are trying to represent ad as offer, that ads will be for everyone. Ads will reward those who view the ads. So that is our main motto, and we make engagement through memes. We have best memers from Nepal, from meme posting Facebook group and other groups, and we make memes and promote companies. Here is an example. Here is Bionet. It was providing 60 Mbps, 100 Mbps for the price of 60 Mbps, and by this way we promote. Here we make meme and we promote that, and so that people react over our meme and shares, and by this way the engagement increases, and people feel more rewarded at there's offer. We only promote offers, and we also promote scholarship offers, competition offers from all around the world for all the Nepalese. And we are also registered in UK, and we will be expanding to UK and US by 2023. And we are registered in UK at offerip.com. And basically, we are not coupon company. We are not coupon company like Groupon and offer.com. But we are trying to revolutionize the ad ecosystem. The global ad market is more than $500 billion, and we want to capture at least one that market. If we can capture at least 1% of that market, we can get almost 5 billion. We can capture almost $5 billion of the market, and you know the advertisement in TVs are decreasing day by day. So the future of advertisement is social media and internet. That is why we are trying to capture the market and make the ad ecosystem more rewarding for the investor, for the advertiser, and also for the viewers. So remember, it's not ad, it's offer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bajaya, for your pitch. And now let us proceed to the question and answer session from our jury members. Esteemed jury members, any questions to the startup team?
Yes, I would like to ask.
Please stop screen sharing for now so that we could proceed to our session. Thank you.
No.
Yes, ma'am. I did it.
Okay. At which stage your product at the moment?
Yeah, we have been we have started from September 29, 2020, and we have been actively engaging in our social media and website since 4 months.
Thank you.
Also, we have made various promotions, offers, and memes for Daraj, Khalti, Sathimart, and other big companies in Nepal.
Okay, thank you.
Vijay, so what's your traction so far? How much revenue have you made in the past half year, if you have made revenue?
No, sir. Till date, we haven't made any revenue because we don't post Google ads on our website, and we don't want our customers to be distracted by those ads. So our revenue our revenue model is from our service fees and affiliate fees. So we are still in the process of building our network and brand. So we haven't made any revenue till date.
So much.
We haven't made any revenue till date, sir.
So Vijay, what is your user base? How big is your user base at this moment in time?
Yes, sir. Our user base is too large because offer is everywhere. We don't have specific needs because offer is everywhere, from clothing to automobile and even to online shopping, everywhere. So we have a very big needs, and if we can even attract 1% of that needs, we can be a huge market leader.
Yeah, can you tell me about your team?
Yes, sir. We have 6 members in our team, and I'm the founder and CEO. And we have other members, and all 5 of them are engineers, and they are doing engineering in WRC. And 2 of them are memers of meme posting Nepal, and that one of the largest meme group of Nepal. And they help us making creative contents and memes.
What kind of engineers are you?
No, sir. I'm currently doing car designing, automobile engineering from California, Art Center College of Design.
Wonderful. Any other questions from our jury members?
Vijay, can you tell me, like, how do you intend to make money? It's fine, like you're doing a very creative business in this field, right? But how do you make money?
Yes, sir. Let us suppose you have a company, and I have a customer base, I have a website, and people trust me. So then you will give ad to me. You will say that please promote my product. I will give 10% discount by using coupon code offermandu, and we will post the offer in our network, in our sites, and you will give me service charge. By this way, we are posting offers, and we have a very big niche. We can post offers from automobiles to e-commerce, clothing, and everything. So I think it's not hard for us to generate revenue.
So how many people are onboarded on your platform at this moment in time?
Sorry, sir.
So how many users are there on your platform? How many followers are there in your platform?
So it's been only 4 months, and we have around 1,500 followers in Facebook, and we have a very high engagement, and people trust us, and people generally message us, if this giveaway legit, if this offer legit, please check offer Mandu, and people message us so that we can be a trust player of the ecosystem, so that we can be like trust pilot of the e-commerce website.
When you say high engagement, how high is the high?
Engagement is based on the ratio. So based on the ratio of we get almost 6,000 engagement a week. Because we are just a startup. And sorry, sir.
Really sorry, but the time is up for this session. Thank you so much to the team, and thank you so much to our jury members. And now let us proceed to our next pitch. And our next participant would be Team Pat to go. Please be ready with your pitch and screen sharing. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm just going ahead and sharing my screen. Please let me know when I can begin.
Your time starts now.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jesselina Rana, co-founders of Pat2Go. I'm also a human rights lawyer, and my co-founder, Shubhangi, is a civil engineer. Pat2Go was established in 2018 and focuses on the mental health sector of Nepal. The mental health sector is very complicated in Nepal in terms of taboos, in terms of not having affordable access of sanitary products across the country. We focus on education, dignity, social participation, health, and sanitation. We have a threefold approach wherein we first time introduced Nepal's first sanitary napkin vending machines in 2018. We have also collaborated with companies like Procter & Gamble for Whisper and Jasmine Hygiene Nepal to make sure that the pads that you vend out of the machine are much lesser than market rate. We also have awareness and advocacy sessions, and 10% profit from the machines and 100% profit from the pads are used to construct gender and disability friendly toilets across the country. Currently, we have placed over 210 machines across all 7 provinces in the past 3 years. We sustain a minimum of 52,500 menstruating individuals, and have conducted workshops with over 50,000 individuals. Our customers are school, colleges, private companies, donor companies, and government of Nepal. We also make sure that we have a follow-up review wherein we assess the education, health and sanitation, dignity, and participation impact. By the year 2023, we plan to have over 500 machines across the country. So what next for Pad2Go, and why do we need you? Pad2Go wants to sell not just a vending machine, but we want to provide a positive menstrual experience. We started with a pad vending machine, but now we want to provide a bundle experience. In terms of inclusive periods, we want to make sure that the Pad2Go vending machine is also has aspects of a menstrual health activity book, dignity kits, as well as an area-specific training manual. Through our work in the past 3 years, we've come to realize that even within taboos, a lot of it is dependent on the communities and castes, and the different taboos across different castes and communities, which we feel should be addressed by the particular area-specific training manual. The total accessible market in terms is the South Asia population. We also have the serviceable addressable market, which is the total female population, and the obtainable market. However, we must also recognize that it is not only women who menstruate, it is also trans men, non-binary, and intersex individuals. Therefore, our market will also increase with that analysis. Currently, we have a team of 5 individuals, 3 paid interns, and we have 2 co-founders who are also paid. Pad2Go is not just a business, we are a movement, and with your help, we could become a revolution. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Jesselina. And now let's proceed to the question and answer session with our jury members. I'm sure there are going to be a lot of questions.
Hello there. I would like to ask, how do you maintain your movement and how do you maintain your network? Because you here are entering to the rural market also, and you all are women here. So how do you maintain that networking?
Thank you so much, ma'am. So we recognize that, our team is very small and it is important to maintain connections across the country. Therefore, we work with partner organizations. Whenever we want to place the machines in, let's say, Sindhupalchok and Dhading, we work with Care Nepal. We understand that there are limitations our own company has in terms of it being a startup, limited people, limited information about ground realities. Therefore, we feel it is very important, number one, to work with local partner organizations. And also, for example, when we go back to do our surveys with the students, with the teachers, we make sure we go with our partner organizations to do that. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your presentation, Jesselina. I'd like to ask, what else is there that you are wanting to do? Because I'm sure you're wanting to connect to the community as well and have a bigger picture of menstrual hygiene. But together with that, what else are your plans? Like, how do you see your company in years to come?
Thank you so much, ma'am. So currently, since Pad2Go is a social enterprise, we always knew that we wanted to become social enterprises for one particular reason. That is to make sure that the company itself is financially sustainable. We do not want to move in the NGO route where we would have to ask donors for funding in order to make our advocacy sessions work, in order to make our campaigning work. As a result of which we've been able to cross profit and do really well in the past 3 years, because of which we've been able to conduct other campaigns. For example, we've had campaigns throughout the years. We've had international dialogues with menstrual health activists from across the South Asian region. We've also had a new campaign that we started in 2020 and we are currently lobbying for. It's called the Ratu Kar Maaf Kar campaign. And it's the first of its kind in Nepal, where we're trying to remove the 13% VAT that is applicable on sanitary pads in Nepal. India and Maldives are 2 South Asian countries who have removed this VAT, and unfortunately our country hasn't. That is creating a hamper on affordable access of menstrual products. So although we recognize the importance of having a financially sustainable company, as a social enterprise, both our campaigning and business go hand in hand. So in the coming years, we would definitely like to create more revenue generating products. Like I mentioned, it is not just the machine that we want to sell now, we want to sell the whole experience with dignity kits, with menstrual health training manuals. And with that, we would also like to do grassroots and online advocacy as well. Thank you.
Okay, Jesselyn, I have a couple of questions for you. It's like, what is your revenue stream for the last year, for the last fiscal year? How much is your revenue stream? What is your contribution margin from the revenues that you're generating? And third question that I would like to ask you is, what would it take to really scale this venture that you have started, the social venture that you have started, and what is the requirement and what would be the challenges?
Thank you so much, sir. So initially, when we started off as a very small company. However, we have been able to do well, as I mentioned earlier. Our revenue stream in the past year has been 10 lakhs per annum. However, that is taking into account that it was the middle of a pandemic. In the past 3 years, we've been able to make 30 lakhs in profit, 30 lakhs in revenue. And that is we are paying two full paid employees. We also have 3 interns who we pay. They are part-time interns, but they are paid. As I mentioned earlier, we are also making sure that our money is going back to our company in terms of scaling. We were initially importing machines. However, right now we have started manufacturing. Although the manufacturing process is not our own, we have outsourced the manufacturing process. We would definitely like to have our own manufacturing process so that our machines can be optimized better. We have better functioning of the machines, and move forward to looking at machines that are larger scale. Right now, our machines are only 25 capacity and 50 capacity machines. With our own production line, we've been able to create machines that are much larger for lesser price and be able to provide that to the.
Thank you so much. Unfortunately, the time is up. Thank you, Jesselina, and our jury members for the conversation. And now let's proceed to our third startup, who will be Nirman. So Sanjana from Tier Nirman, would you mind sharing your screen? Thank you.
Yes, can you see my screen?
Yes, that's perfect. Okay. Your time starts now.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sanjana Chandyal, founder of Nirman. When we talk about the labor market, we focus on creating employment opportunities, but connecting people to existing employment opportunities is equally important. During the pandemic, Hari Sharma returned to Nepal from India. He said, "It is better to die in my own country." However, 5 months later, he was back in India and asked, "How will my family survive if I don't migrate?" Hari Sharma's story represents the stories of millions of Nepali people. The lack of employment-based service for blue-collar workers in Nepal has made many Nepali people feel like migrating to another country is the only way to make a livelihood. Because of increased labor migration of blue-collar workers, Nepal may face a shortage of 3.6 million workers by 2030, creating a blue drain in our economy. Nirman addresses this issue by creating an employment-based service for blue-collar workers and creating an efficient and inclusive blue-collar labor market in Nepal and beyond. On Nirman platforms, blue-collar employers and employees can create their profiles and get connected. We will increase our Nirman network through various ideas such as Wi-Fi hubs and community outreach teams in different regions of Nepal. We will also try to solve all the problems faced by blue-collar workers during their job securing journeys by providing financial support to cover travel costs, Nirman Hostel for affordable housing, and increasing people's access to training opportunities and financial services like group insurance. We will also increase user engagement in our platforms through different features such as a networking feature. We will provide voice to the blue-collar labor market in Nepal through our podcast feature, and we will also have a financial planning feature in our platforms. Nirman supports the attainment of sustainable development goals. We will fill seasonal employment gaps to encourage farmers to continue farming and eliminate geographical barriers of job searching. Blue-collar workers are the pillars of our communities, but sadly, their voices and concerns often go unheard. Nirman will address this gap to make blue-collar workers valued members of our communities, not only through our words, but also through our actions. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sanjana, for your pitch. Perfect timing. And now let's proceed to the question and answer session with our jury members. We request you, Sanjana, to stop screen sharing for a while and then start if it's applicable in regard to the questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I have a question, Tapayantko Lagi. So where's your product at right now? Do you have an MVP built, or are you building an MVP? Because it's a platform that you're going to connect blue-collar workers with employers. So ultimately, I believe it's going to be a website or an app. So what's your status on that part, app and website?
Actually in idea stage right now, and we will start the process on creating an MVP. We have a technological consultant with our team, so we will start building our product, but still we're in idea stage. And frankly, a service like Nirman should have started 10, 20 years ago. And it's a shame that we're starting right now, but it's better late than never. So we'll be starting this year.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, dear Sanjana, what is your revenue model?
Thank you for your question, ma'am. Thank you for your question. So a service like Nirman does not really exist. So it's really difficult to gauge how we will earn revenue, but we have come up with few options to earn revenue. First would be advertising revenue. A website like Hamro Bazaar completely relies on the revenue on the platform based on the footprint, geographical footprint that you have on our website, right? If we have many people using our service, then many people, many businesses will create advertisement on our platform. So advertisement revenue might be the first source of revenue. And since it is an
labor market provide for it.
on the blue collar labor market, we want to show others that when you focus on the bottom tier of the food chain, you can still earn a revenue, kind of similar to what Grameen Bank did by Mohammed Yunus. So we want to create a similar format where we're servicing the bottom tier, but still generating revenue. So advertisement revenue is the first one. Like I mentioned, we will have Nirman hostels where we will identify which areas we have a lot of workers, and we will create hostels there. We will provide hostel services to workers as well.
My question to you, Sanjana, is how are you going to reach out to your customer or the laborers? Yeah, what's going to be the network that you're going to use, and how are you going to reach out to them? Because there's already another company who is doing the same thing right now, and in fact, the government is also trying to do similar stuff. So, what will be your strategy on this?
Yes, thank you for your question, ma'am. So we will have a customized service where we are when we are focusing on blue collar labor market, we're just not labeling everyone as blue collar. We will be focusing on specific people like construction workers, restaurant workers, and everyone. So we'll have customized strategy for each of the different types of labor workers. So we will be creating Wi-Fi hubs in different regions of Nepal so that the lack of electricity or Wi-Fi is, sorry, the lack of Wi-Fi is not a barrier for people to join our platform. We will also have community outreach team in different regions of the country so that they can go and meet with people and encourage them to join the platform and also help them how to use it. These people will also be a source of information for us because they will be on the ground and they'll be telling us what is the need for the general public, and then we can also update our services accordingly. So, and we will also be marketing on different platforms. So like radio and newspapers of different local regions, we'll be using those platforms as well. And according to the labor force survey, almost 10% of Nepali people look for jobs in work sites on streets. So we will be having different people on work sites, like maybe tea stalls near like construction areas so that they can get in touch with these people and get them connected to our platform.
Sorry, Sanjana, I believe the time is up right now. Thank you for your pitch. And next, let us proceed further to Team Leaf Plus. Your time starts now.
Global plastic disposable consumption is 23 billion units per annum, and 31% of it, that is 7.13 billion units per annum, is of single-use plastic dinnerware. These plastics are harmful for person's health and an environment. To save the Mother Earth, to make this world a better place to live, ladies and gentlemen, this is where Lift Plus comes in with a sustainable solution to plastic pollution by producing and promoting biodegradable disposable plates and cutleries that are made from 100% natural fallen leaves of Erica palm trees. Our products are sturdy, they are leakage proof, there are no chemicals added, and they are microwave friendly. We have already replaced more than 10 million plastic plates, created job opportunity to 42 people, of which 32 are women, and 25 leaf collecting entrepreneurs are promoted. 1,000+ farmers are directly benefited so far. C is Leela Biswakarma, a 55-year-old marginalized single woman who had never generated income on her own, but always had a dream to earn someday. Obviously, living life for her was not easy. But with Live Plus, she earned her first salary, and you can see the happiness in her face. Yes, we empower women like her. We create impact on the environment. We promote entrepreneurship culture in the rural part of the country, and we reduce trade deficit through export. We started bringing our product into market in the year 2017, and in the year 2017, we were able to generate revenue of $42,000. We have grown up to 300% so far, despite of pandemic, and we are able to generate revenue in 2020 up to $250,000. From the biggest supermarket chain to one of the biggest five-star hotel, we have 16 different distribution channels and more than 50 B2B clients. We have already exported it into international market. With 40 billions of leaves being wasted per year and our R&D team working for alternative resources, we want to make Live Plus a global brand. In 5 years down the line, we want to replace 60 million plastic plates, and we want to create job opportunity to more than 1,500 people and become a notable exporting brand of Nepal. And ladies and gentlemen, to achieve this dream, we have an amazing team of 3 different engineers and an agriculture activist working day and night to make our dream come true. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for your pitch. And now let's proceed to the question and answer session.
So thank you so much for the presentation. The concept is really nice, and you have a proven record of what you've done in the past. So I just have one question. Since you're trying to scale up, you will need to produce significantly much higher number of plates and everything that you're going to replace. So have you done research whether or not the fallen leaf supply of Nepal will be sufficient to produce the required amount for you to scale?
Yeah, yes, sir. Definitely. Like if you go and look at the national data, then we have 4 different districts that are where this kind of leaves are available. If you take Japa only, then there are 40 million leaves being wasted every year. With this scale only, if you take Japa only, then we can scale up to 40 times that we are right now. But we still have 3 other districts in our hand. But not only this, if you want to go global, if you want to make our brand global, then obviously this number of leaves is not just enough. So what we are doing is our R&D team is working day and night to bring out some other kind of raw material resources that are 100% natural and gives premium kind of plates that as we are producing right now. So we have got some solutions as well. So soon we'll be getting some kind of prototype, and we'll be able to manufacture from other kind of raw material resources as well. So yeah, we are actually planning to grow from that end as well.
Okay, that's wonderful. And I have one more question. So how are the prices of the plates that you manufacture? Are they competitive with the current plastic plates? Because ultimately you'll have to replace these at the restaurants. That's where most of the consumption happens. So what's your strategy on beating a plastic product that are already dominating the market?
Yeah, definitely. So if you look at the premium kind of plastic plates, then yes, we are actually price competitive to that kind of plates. Like if you go to Bhutan and then see some kind of premium plastic plates, then that will come under 18 rupees per piece for 10-inch plastic plates. So for our products, for the same size, it's 15 rupees per plate. So it's actually competitive if you go with the high-end plastic plates. But if you come with the low-end plastic plates, then definitely there are some kind of margin that is lagging on. But we are actually working on producing more kind of more products. So we are working on expanding our business so that we can actually compete that kind of low-end plastic plates as well, and make our dream to eradicate plastic plates in the days to come.
I have one more last. So what's the profit margin when you're selling 10-inch plates at ₹15?
That will be 20% of operating profit, sir.
Okay, thanks so much. I'm done.
Hi.
Sorry. Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, let's just go with Udeep's question very quickly. And Corbett, please respond to that question in 1 sentence only, and then we'll proceed to the next startup.
Quick question. How has Leaf Plus established any competitive advantage in preventing other companies from replicating your business?
Sorry, sir, I'm really sorry, I couldn't get you.
How has Leaf Plus established any competitive advantage so that any other new business does not replicate your business model?
Yeah, definitely. So like, so for this kind of business, the main key is raw material, right? So we have implemented some sort of strategic plan to have a good takeover on raw material side. So on our enterprise creating entrepreneur model, what we have done is we have created entrepreneurs in the different pocket areas, so that, like, the local entrepreneur get uplifted to collect the raw material in their territory, right? Not only that, we have actually
very sorry to be interrupting you, Kobit, but the time is really up. And thank you so much for your pitch, and thank you to the jury members for the questions. Let's proceed to our next participant, Plasmad. Please be ready with your pitch. Thank you. Your time starts now, once the screen loads. Yeah, now.
Everyone has heard about plasma in some point of their life, right? Plasma TV, plasma light. So we were using the same plasma technology for the betterment of industry and the way they dye fabrics and for the betterment of agriculture. And the main perk of that is we researched it ourselves. Is we know that the harsh chemicals which is used to dye fibers which have non-absorbing surface are very expensive and are non-environmental friendly, is they are the second most factor affecting water pollution and are dangerous to health too. And when we plasma treat those fibers, they become hydrophilic, and that means they can dye by natural method now, and it is environmental friendly and is relatively cheaper to dye and has zero effect on human health. And as we know that we all have also treated seed by plasma. So untreated seed has higher risk of getting attacked by bacterial infection, and it needs more nutrition and labor. But while plasma treated seed has less chance of getting attacked by bacterial infection, and it has higher growth potential than the untreated one. And it consumes far less nutrients and take less care. So this is how plasma treatment works. When we place a water droplet on the top of non-treated fabric, the water droplet just roll over it. But when we put water droplet at the top of treated fabric, it absorbs the water droplet. And these are the images of experiment we did on the seed. It shows that the plasma treated seed had relatively high growth rate than the untreated one. We got that 65.5% of increase in leaf area happened when the seed was treated in plasma. And root length was increased by 36%, and overall increase in growth rate was 14.3%, which is very good. And higher chance of survival in later stage of growth of plant also happened. So our key partners will be Agricultural Development NARC, Silk Farming, and Hedora Textile. Agricultural Development Department will be our source of seeds, and silk farming will be our source of fabrics, and we will be distributing our plasma treated seed directly to the individual farmers, and we will be distributing our plasma treated fabrics to the textile industry so they can dye naturally. And we have not, we just have got the idea of the business. We have not implemented it yet, but if we have to implement it, we have estimated a total amount of $75,000, including renting a building, salary for employees, raw materials, plasma generating machines, and luring customers. So this is my team, and we are all graduates from applied physics, and that was our last year project to verify the applications of plasma experimentally. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your pitch. And now let's proceed to the question and answer session with our jury members. Any questions from our jury?
Hello, dear. So as it is a science technology, so how are you planning for human resource? Because it needs a very qualified human resource. So how are you planning to get your workers and employees?
Yes, it needs qualified trained employees. So we will hire a mechanical engineer, as we have discussed, and we will hire a PhD in applied physics, and we can, and everything will be done, and one manager is needed. So it will be great, I think, that way.
How
Any other
practical is that? How practical is that?
It is practical. It is actually implemented in some part of the world, like USA and Germany. In some part of the world, it is implemented actually. It is very practical.
Anyone else from our esteemed jury?
Okay, so seems like you've done few sort of clinical testing like that, right? But it seems like with the seed and everything, you would need like regulatory body to verify it or give you a proof of something. So, what have you thought about that?
So we will hire skilled technicians for that, and there will be plasma generating machines, and someone is skilled to regulate that. And we ourselves have theories, and we ourselves have done practical about verifying that, and it is also published in paper. Our research was published in paper, and so I think it is quite practical, and skilled manpower will be required definitely, and it will be done, I think so.
Hi.
What is,
Yeah.
yes.
Sorry, Udip. That was me again. What do you think will be the size of the market? Like when you start growing and then up until the saturation phase, like what do you think will be the size of the market? Have you thought about that?
Textile industry is $1 trillion industry in the world, $1 trillion industry in the world. And if we manage to do some small impact on it, I think it will give a huge impact on the textile world. But at the beginning, it will be a small business, and we can expand it. And the plasma technology is emerging technology. I think it will get in greater shape in the future.
Okay.
Any other questions from our jury members, or should we proceed? Right, so thank you so much for your pitch, and let us proceed to the next contestant, who would be GV Health Private Limited. Please be ready with your pitch.
Hi, good evening, everyone. So it's me, Abhushan Jyoti Kangsakar, founder CEO of GV Health. GV Health is basically a health tech startup. We started GV Health to improve the healthcare services using technology in Nepal. We're the largest provider of digital healthcare services via online consultations and home vaccination services in Nepal. GV is also an e-commerce platform where we sell pharmaceutical products, health and beauty and cosmetic products in Nepal. We're the third largest e-commerce in Nepal in less than 2 years of operations. Market size for the digital health services, teleconsultations, we expect it to be a 10 million market by 2030, considering 5% of OPD services moves to teleconsultations. Home lab services, again, a USD 10 million business by 2030, where 10% of independent lab market, not the hospital lab market, actually moves towards a more digital home lab market. Home care services, a USD 2 million. This is an untapped and unresearched market. It could be a much larger market, which we need to reassess, but we do see an opportunity of $2 million by 2030. Home vaccination services, we see a USD 5 to 10 million by 2030. Taken, obviously, an expected growth due to the vaccinations for COVID. Again, this is a very open area where still a lot of things need to be done here. GV is market leader in 2 of these services already, and will be opening up 2 other services by the end of the year. In the retail e-commerce segment, retail market for Nepal is USD 7.5 billion. By 2030 is expected to be at least 10 billion by 2030. E-commerce by 2030, which should cover 15 to 20% of the retail market, should be somewhere close to about 2 billion in retail. Revenue projections, 2020, just last year, we did a revenue of 385,000 for e-commerce, US dollars, and health services of about 40,000 US dollars. 2021, we've in the first 6 months, we've crossed $1 million US dollars in e-commerce revenues, and somewhere close to about $70,000 in health services. By 2025, the goal is to get to about $100 million in e-commerce and $10 million in health services. What are products and services? Health services, we do online video consultations, online appointments, home vaccination service, home lab services that are coming, personal health records, and smart diabetes management. Smart diabetes management at the moment is a free service provided to all diabetic patients in Nepal. E-commerce, we have an e-pharmacy. The category is basically beauty and cosmetic, medical devices, and health supplements, baby and moms. We could be expanding to other categories as we go forward. Business model, basically why health services and e-commerce are complete platform is interlinked with each other, where after the health services, the digital health record that comes in allows us to allows the user to actually shop directly through a single click of a button instead of having to move around or provide these prescriptions separately.
Sorry for interrupting you, but the time is up. Let us proceed now to our questions and answers with the jury members. Any questions from our jury?
Abhushan, I have one question for you. Like, what would be the major challenge in scaling up your business? I do see there is this growth in your business already, but in the coming days, what would 1, 2, 3 most biggest challenges be? And what is your core competency and your competitive advantage in GV at this moment in time?
Okay. First question of the challenges. I think challenges, obviously, the first thing will be capital. Right now we are bootstrapped and we've managed with the bootstrap method. But I think because we're in the e-commerce segment, the challenges are going to be obviously the capital. Other challenge, obviously, the competition. So we've got much larger competition coming in with some foreign funding here in Nepal. So that is, again, going to be a big challenge. But I think that's why we got into the e-commerce segment. We wanted to challenge that. I think a lot of entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, do want to challenge that, want to see Nepal win in Nepal against some of the foreign competitors, hopefully. So we want to be one of those. So that's, I think, a big challenge. I think that's what we took over. And I think in terms of the competitive advantage, we're an inventory-based model against many of the marketplaces that is available in Nepal. So inventory-based models provide a better contribution margin, but it also has a disadvantage of having requiring more capital. But with inventory model, it also allows us to fund our capital through financing through banks, et cetera, et cetera. At the same time, we have a niche in terms of the health tech segment, which allows us to gain users in the health tech segment, even young to old. I think that allows us to get an extra bit of legwork in terms of how we get the users over our competition. But again, the risk also is also with customers probably being confused what we really are. So that is what exactly we need to work towards the marketing to make sure that customers or users are not really confused what we are. So we're working towards that as well. One more competitive advantage we could have apart from this particular area is anybody could emulate it, but at this current point in time in e-commerce segment or in some part in the health tech segment is we've got an ingrown team here in Nepal instead of having it outsourced to Bangalore or someplace else, which means we are developing products and our tech really fast. So you can see 1.5 years, we've developed a lot of tech behind at that breakneck speed. I think that's one of our competitive advantage at the moment.
What is the customer acquisition strategy? How have you been acquiring your customers?
We've got multiple customer acquisition strategies, marketing through e-commerce, obviously, or digital marketing or SEO. Some of these strategies are obviously there. For the health tech, which is basically online consultations, etc., there are other strategies in play where we are looking to create local agents, etc., that allows us to basically acquire users in much of the rural areas, because there's no barrier towards in any part of Nepal. There's no barrier if it's a health, online consultations, especially with a lot of people outside of the valley not being able to get access to really good doctors in Kathmandu. It gives you access very quickly. So we're looking at that as well. There is online.
Thank you so much. Very sorry to be interrupting you, but the time is up. So let us proceed further on with the next pitch, who will be Cheli Nepal. Please share your screen.
Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. It would be wonderful if you could also have your video on, if the network permits. Thank
Sure,
you.
thank you. Shall I start? Just a minute.
Sure, your time starts now.
Okay, I will start from here. Namaste. I'm Ram Khodka Akash, ideator and co-founder of Cheli Nepal. Cheli Nepal will be a very first and unique women-related app in Nepal with its very useful features. And let's get started. I've mentioned, I'm founder and director, co-founder, ideator. So let's begin with the problems. Female faces harassment while using ride-sharing apps. These are the articles published in the leading newspaper of Nepal. And let's go to the next problem. The next problem is there's a lack of job opportunities. Although the population of working age women in the country is higher than that of the male, females lag so far behind when it's come to the employment. Only 22% of the working age women are employed in Nepal. So, and I think this percentage have decreased because of this pandemic situations. And also there is no better platform to promote small SMEs run by the females. Let's see, the handmade doko in the forest region is not marketed and sold in Nepal. So we want to be that platform, and we want to empower women. So here it is, Cheli Nepal. Cheli Nepal is a mobile application which includes different useful features to empower females. So the solution to the problem is we include a ride-sharing app in our app, that is Cheli Rides, where only women get involved, one customer, and the riders will be female. We work 3 years on Cheli Rides, safety, security, and smile. Cheli Food is there, where the women are involved, and the homemade food will be delivered to the customers. Cheli Shop is there to promote small SMEs. And Cheli Nepal app also can be a community where they can share and get connected within the app, and other features like Cheli Health, Cheli Beauty, Cheli Fitness will add more solution to the problem. So how it works, Cheli Nepal app is a mobile applications. So we are trying to create a community, and eventually this community will help to empower females. Competitive analysis, we are very unique in market. There is no such app till date in Nepal that focus only on women. We can reach every potential customer very quickly and give them best services. We can also create, I already mentioned, Cheli community that makes us very unique from others, and our income stream is scalable and sustainable. First income stream is the commission we get from rides, foods, other products, and second stream is the registration from some businesses we get, and third is going to be the brand placements in our app, web portal, anything in our product. So there's huge market opportunity in Nepal, 30 lakhs targeted customers only in Kathmandu. All over Nepal there are 12 million working age female population, but only 20 to 22% of them are only working. So we are the team, we are right now at the ideation process. I'm Ram Khodka Akash. I have 10 years of media experience, and my founder is a nurse by profession, and she's actively involved in women-related activities. And why now? Because we are first to market. We are very unique in the market. There's no such app till date in Nepal that focus only on women. This is sustainable with social enterprise model. Major part of the business is sustainability, and we are on sustainable and social enterprise model execution. We have a team with experience and enthusiasm who can reach that goal. So Cheli Nepal, sustainable with social impact. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Perfect timing. And now let's proceed to our questions and answers with the jury. Yes, please.
So how are you going to build the application in the first place, or have you already started working on that?
Yes, on application, sir.
The application platform that you're building, have you already started working on that?
We are on research, and we have already we are on the process of tie up with a technological company here in Nepal. We have already in talk, and we have started the process, but the proper signing and each and everything I haven't done, because they are also interested in our project, and they might become as in the board, or they may take some mistakes, and they will be our technical partner. They are really interested in this project.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Any other questions from our jury? Okay, so we believe that there are no questions. So let us then proceed further on to our next presentation, who will be Work Hub. Team Work Hub, please share your screen.
Right, may I start?
Yes, sure. Yes, your time starts now.
All right. So in this current digital era, we all know how online outsourcing has been changing the traditional format of employment. It has changed how, where, and how work is conducted. With reference to this, WorkHub is a Nepali online freelance marketplace that enables skilled workers to provide digital services worldwide. As a part of our business, we've seen that there is lack of benefit for individuals in low employment areas like that of Nepal, due to which they are not able to enact meaningful connections and generate economic capital. This is one of the major reasons why the workforce of Nepal leaves the country for foreign employment. Along with this, we've also seen in the service, in the startups and SMEs, that they do require skilled workforce, but due to the limited resource constraints, they're not able to hire the required workforce. Finally, freelancing is still in the traditional phase where maximum of the work is done offline, due to which there is a lot of friction created and there is lack of trust in contract works. In solution to this, we've seen impact sourcing as one of the approaches through which we can provide opportunity to digitally skilled individuals in our country and provide them the benefit and values that gets them the satisfaction. Our platform is an online crowd platform where any freelancers can connect to the platform and provide the services. It is also an on-demand, inexpensive service where our recommendation system provides the service seekers recommendation about the freelancers. Finally, it is an end-to-end platform through which the order can be completed in time, and both freelancer and hirer have trust in work completion. The process is very simple. Freelancers just have to sign up and provide their documents, after which they get verified, they can receive order and complete milestone and get secure payment. It is similar for hirers where they can source, compare, and request orders. They can track and monitor their orders, and finally, once they're satisfied, they can receive their order and verify the payments. Our business model and revenue stream is like this. We work on a profit sharing model of 12.5%, where we charge the freelancers, but the hirers are not charged at all. Furthermore, we are working on bringing in other verticals revenue streams such as sponsored works, professional workers, and project management, which will add additional revenue to our business. Talking about the global competition, we've seen that there are other global competitors in the market, but believing in our workforce, we believe that we can bring cost leadership in the market, as the Nepali workforce have higher English proficiency and lower cost of living than other demand supplying regions. We believe that we can compete in the global market. We've seen that the annual global freelance economy is rising with 15%, which is predicted to be at 9.1 billion in the future. With this, we've got our target revenue at $250,000 in 2022.
Thank you so much. Very sorry to be interrupting you, but the time is up, and let us proceed further on to the questions and answers.
Sure.
Salil, what stage is your business at the moment in time?
We're in the growth stage right now. So we started operations from 2021. We've got a platform which is live, but still in the beta version. So we've been able to connect about 500 freelancers in our platform, among which 10% of them are actively working. So we've been generating a big amount of revenue, but recently we focused only in the Nepali market. And from the year 2022, we're willing to go global.
So you're saying you have 500 freelance workers listed, and how many companies are there that you have been able to onboard so far?
All right, so we've been working to connect with different organizations, mainly the startup organization in Nepal, as we see them as the main target market at the beginning. So for that, we've been able to connect with at least 30 to 40 companies, and through that, we've been able to provide services to, services to freelancers through hybrid models.
So how many jobs did you execute last month?
Exactly around 10 to 12 works.
Okay, sure, thanks. Kiran.
So since in the freelancing market, India is one of the biggest supplier and one is the cheapest supplier in the world. So how are you going to onboard the Indian people, Indian freelancers into the system, whereas they already have a working platform for them?
All right, so for this, we have some consultation and we've been working with agencies in India itself. So from that, we've seen that even in India, there are a lot of market which has not been yet tapped, and we will be focusing in that. But rather than India, we'll be more working towards other countries such as Pakistan and Bangladesh, which require more potential and require more demand to supply.
Any other questions from our jury?
Can you tell us something about your team as well?
All right, so we're a team of 3 founders. I'm the CEO, and I've got an MBA degree running. I've got another CEO of the. We've got another founder who's the CEO. She's done her specialization in HR, and finally we've got our CTO who's doing his master's in MSc IT and data analytics.
Thanks.
Perfect. Thank you so much. And now, last but not least, we will be proceeding to our final participant of the competition, the Green Road. Team Green Road, please share screen. Thank you. Team Green Road, are you there?
Yes, just a second. Okay.
Perfect, your time starts now.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Rukesh Gurung, and I'm the founder and managing director of the company called The Green Road. The Green Road is Bhutan's first and only company that recycles waste plastic and build durable roads. This idea actually came to me about 15 years ago when I was pursuing my bachelor's degree in Chennai. And then straight away, I kind of fell in love with this technology, and I wanted to replicate the same here in Bhutan. But having said that, it was very difficult because it was something very different than what I was actually studying. So I spent almost 5 years in doing a lot of research, and somehow I found a way to tweak the process, and then so that it would actually work in our climatic condition here in Bhutan. So it took me almost 5 years to convince the government. They were very skeptical about whether the project would really work or not. But after 5 years of actually officially registering, I have blacked up about 100 kilometers of road and reused 540 tons of waste plastic. So the roads are very durable, and there's a cost saving in using bitumen as well. We import a huge amount of bitumen from India. When I say 540 tons, we equally saved about 200 million rupees worth of bitumen. And a lot of traction has been gained over the years. After launching in 2014, we've actually won several awards in and out of the country. The recent one was the United Nations Environment Program, where we won the Low Carbon Lifestyle Challenge, a really interesting project. Won some really good grant money as well from UNDP and UNEP also. Currently, I have 57 permanent employees working for me. And currently, my setup is established in Thimphu, but I'm currently also expanding in other districts. Bhutan has a total of about 13,000 kilometers of road. And in the recent years, the Dentak, the Indian company, were the first company in Bhutan to build roads for us. Now, what has happened is they have been coming to me and asking me to build roads for them. So this is something that really, motivated me and all of my team. And I have a dream to be my company to be the best road construction company in the country. And besides that, my company is the only company in Bhutan that has been inaugurated by the King and Queen of Bhutan. And this is something that is very close to my heart, because both of them are the patron of the environment here in the country. Sharing you some pictures of what we do. I basically collect waste plastics from the landfill. I try to segregate waste plastics, and then one way we are able to increase the lifespan of the landfill, because for every ton of plastic we are taking out from the landfill, we are creating some about 7 to 8 cubic meters of space. So that we were able to increase the lifespan of the landfill. And the interesting thing is that I have actually trained two young Nepalese engineer, Bimal and Rajiv Suberi, in 2018, and they're actually currently have replicated the same technology in Nepal, in Pokhara, and have actually given the honor of naming the company as Green Road Waste Management Company. So this is me, and this is my company. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And let's proceed to the final question and answer session of the day.
Thank you, Rikesh, for your presentation. Awesome. I was just going to ask you, when are you planning to start your company in Nepal as well? Because we do have a lot of plastic and we need it to be blacktopped as roads. But besides that, what is the compound annual growth rate at this moment in time in the last 7 years that you've been in operation?
Yeah, so be very straight. So until 2018, what I was doing was I was just collecting the plastic waste, and I was segregating and shredding it, and I was selling it to the Department of Roads, directly. And I was there to mix the plastic and work with other contractors who were supposed to use the plastic, but it wasn't very viable. And then the cost was getting high, and then the bank interest in Bhutan is very high. It's about 13%. So there was no way I could manage that. But suddenly a new program came up in 2018, where the interest rate was drastically reduced. So I took advantage of this, and I have actually set up the whole asphalt plant. So I have a construction license as well. So starting from collecting, sourcing your raw materials, that's plastic, using it in road construction, that's what I do. So from 2018 till 21, you could say I've made a revenue of about 12 crores. I have a profit of about 25%.
Thank you.
I want to ask one question. Do you foresee to explore the idea across the region? And what is your PP model to government?
Yeah, so the unique selling now, for instance, I'm the only company in Bhutan who does this plastic waste technology, and as per the financial procurement policies, a single monopoly business is not allowed to be part of it. But somehow there is a way another to convince the government. So what I do is I give 5 years of guarantee to the government, saying that I'm gonna build your roads at cheaper cost than the conventional ones. And then if there is any maintenance within that 5 years, I'm going to do that for you. Because unlike other contractors, they give only 1 year liability period. No. So that way I'm able to get direct contract orders from the government. And yes, I was in India last year, and then the road transport minister, Sri Nitin Gadkariji, I actually won this competition, very big competition in India. And actually they have offered me 20 kilometers of road. So I was supposed to be there, but and in Nepal, I don't want to come to Nepal, because I have very two good young brothers, Rajiv and Bimal, to look after the business there. So I'm fine here in Bhutan at the moment.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Hi, Rikesh.
Yeah.
What's the cost comparison between asphalt road and this plastic?
Yeah. So for instance, the recent road. Yeah, so the recent road that I did was about 10 kilometers, and there is a SOE, a state-owned enterprise company that also does construction. So these companies can actually get direct contracts from the government. So they quoted about 657 rupees per square meter, and then I somehow came to know about this, and I was like against that, and I was telling them, as per some act, you're not supposed to give contract directly to SOE, So then I came in, I said that I'm going to give you the same, I'm going to build you the same road, but I'm going to do it for 450 rupees per square meter. And I actually got the contract, and I just about 3 days back, I completed that 10 kilometers of road. So that's how I've been rolling till now. Yeah.
What about the plastics? Like, do you think you'll find an abundant amount to mass produce this product?
Yes, yes. So similarly, some of the entrepreneurs here have been, making some new stuffs about leaves and leaf. So the good thing about, plastic as such, we import everything in plastic these days. The YY that is manufactured in Nepal comes to Bhutan in plastic only, and these are the plastic that I use for this road construction. These are your, hydrocarbon plastic, single-use plastic. So there is no problem with plastic scarcity. And at the same time, what I've also done is, over the years, being in this field, I've also developed 3 different machines of my own, and then
Very
have started.
sorry to be patching in here, but the time is really up. And thank you so much for your very for sharing your experience and for your very interesting pitch. And thank you so much to our jury members for your immensely interesting questions. So with that, we'd like to say that these are all the 9 participants for our joint national finals in Nepal and Bhutan for today. And we would request, as a next step, we would request our participants to stay on, because we will now request our jury members to proceed yet again to another breakout room to discuss the potential winners and also to discuss the results. Our team members will be joining you shortly as team jury members. So once you receive your invitations, please proceed to that separate breakout room. And to the finalists, to the participants, we would really request you to stay on and wait to know who the winners actually will be. Wonderful. So without further delay, we now have our jury members back with us, and we're really, really excited about the results of today's competition. We know it's been a long day, it's been a long set of pitching sessions, but we really hope that it's been an exciting experience. And we are actually ready to announce our runners-up and our winners today. So would request our tech host to start screen sharing. If we could see the results. Okay, so we will be moving from our third runner-up to our winner. And we will be announcing our winners shortly, literally right now, so just all gear up. So the third place of today's joint national finals is given to, and we can just skip slide and just move on to know who that is. Okay, I believe no guessing games today, but let's just proceed to our results. We can just proceed to the next slide, I believe. Yes, so our third place, our third runner-up is Leaf Plus. Congratulations, really well deserved. And here it would have been a round of applause, obviously, had we been in a normal setting, but it's a virtual environment, so sorry for that. Now the second place of today's competition is given to GV Health. And it says runner-up and winner because all of you, as we said, are obviously winners for us, and you're winners of your own kind. And so who will be the actual winner this time, and who's the winner of today's competition? Let's see. Let's move on. Yes, so the winner of today's competition is actually Green Road. So Green Road, congratulations on winning today's competition, and it's a really great pleasure for us. And thank you, everyone. Thank you to all the participants, and thank you to our jury members. And now I would love to, on behalf of all the global hosts, give the word to our national organizer, NYEF, to say a couple words. Perhaps Nivita or Pavitra would like to say a couple of words.
Yes, thank you. Now, since we're at the end of the session, I would like to extend my heartfelt thank you to all the participants, jury members, the Global Education and Leadership Foundation, and NYEF for tirelessly working towards this event and for making this Entrepreneurship World Cup a success. I know it was a long time in Zoom with all the pitching and everything going on, but again, would like to thank you all for your patience and enthusiasm. It was great to see such wonderful works by startups in Nepal and Bhutan. And lastly, last but not the least, a big shout out to Ekaterina and the whole, the Global Education and Leadership Foundation, and also the Secretariat of NYEF for tirelessly working in the back end, making today possible. It was like months and months of preparation. So thank you, everyone. And also Entrepreneurship World Cup for giving us this opportunity to host EWC in Nepal. And everyone is a winner here. There in a competition, there's always someone who's the top, but then everyone is a winner here. There's always a takeaway. And congratulations to everyone. Take care and stay safe. That's about it from us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nivita. And now we would love to invite our jury members to say a couple of words to our startups, because that's definitely a very, very valuable part for all of us. We could perhaps start with Juna, for instance.
Thank you so much, everyone. And it's always lovely to see and interact with new entrepreneurs, their ideas, their enthusiasm. It rubs on me. So that's the thing that I tell. And no matter who the winner is, I encourage everyone to stick to their ideas and try to see how they can give life to them, because a lot of ideas that we saw today were in the idea stage, but it begins with the idea. So all the best to everyone, and yes, please take care.
Thank you so much. Any other words from our other jury members? Perhaps Prabina would want to go next.
Thank you. It was a wonderful session, and it is. I felt very much nice to hear all those speakers, all those speech. Feel proud that we Nepalese also going globally. I think it was our first approach, and really I enjoyed listening to them, and I have so much take always from them too. Being jury was one challenge for me, but of course I have learned from them also, and we'll go further ahead more and more. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And maybe one last parting word from Rupesh, for example.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ekaterina. And thank you, NYEF, for inviting us as well to witness the regional finals and be a member of the jury. And definitely, before we all say our goodbyes, what I'd like to remind all the budding entrepreneurs is that, like what Juna said, keep your dreams and hopes alive. Everything starts with an idea. Keep on working on it. Keep on validating it. I'm really excited. The business, the startup ideas that come to Nepal these days, it's just amazing. The amount of work that goes into it, the traction that the startups are gaining at this moment in time, the understanding of what a startup is and how they have been able to apply themselves, how they've been able to make their ideas into a prototype, then into a minimum viable product, and then launch it into the market and look at how to scale up. The conversations are even more intense. Even the startups that are pitching these days are even more of a better quality than what I would see like 5-6 years before. So it's a very good it's a very good sign and signal for what is yet to come in Nepal. And I'm an eternal optimist, and definitely the next year's World Cup representing from Nepal and Bhutan is going to be even better. This time around, we have Green Roads representing our region. All the best to Rikesh for representing this region. And I'm sure you'll be able to create some ripples in Riyadh when you represent our region. And definitely you'll have a lot of heads turning around to this part of the world where you will be representing the entire region. So all the best, good luck to you. And congratulations to all the participants. Congratulations to all the participants. You did a wonderful job. Jeeves and Leaf Plus, you guys are amazing. You have so much potential in your startup, and I'm sure like in days to come, in years to come, Jeeves is going to be a household name. It's almost becoming a household name at this moment in time. Leaf Plus, I remember when you started off as an idea, when you were pitching, when it just started off in Startup Weekend. And now to see like so many people being involved, you're creating an ecosystem and you're generating so many employments. Hats off to you. It's amazing what you're doing. Similarly, Pat to Go, you guys have done an amazing work when it comes to menstrual hygiene and in context of Nepal, being able to install so many, vending machines. It's just mind-boggling. And definitely if you keep on going on with that idea, it's going to have a huge impact in the days to come in this dimension. The way you've been able to, the co-founders have been able to get things done. Excellent, hats off to you guys. And the ones who are still at the ideation phase, my suggestion is do not give up your hope. It's all about going out and getting it done. and definitely participating in these kind of competitions does give you an added knowledge as to how you should really be moving forward. So keep your dreams alive, keep your hopes alive, and definitely that's how we make a better Nepal, better Bhutan in the days to come. And thank you, everybody. Yeah, it's Friday, it's already 7 o'clock, and my beer is getting chilled, so I think I need to be going very soon. So thank you very much, and have a wonderful evening, everyone. Thank you.
Hi.
Thank you very much.
Okay, do you have 10 seconds for me? I was not scheduled.
Almost definitely.
I just wanted to add something on Rupesh. Like, I know, like, everyone says, like, you all are winner and this and that in every contest, right? But to be honest here, we had certain criteria to judge upon. So just because you were not first, second, third does not mean, I mean, truly from my heart doesn't mean like your idea was bad or you were any less better than the top three, because like there are things that the World Cup had, like it had to be something internationally and this and that, which I do not want to disclose out here. That's why those three were picked out of the pack, but the whole pack, they're all good apples, and you are still good apple, and I'm sure like you'll sign like as good as if not better than those three. Thank you.
Thank you so much for these great words. And with this, we would like to close today's Entrepreneurship World